Students, in this video we will discuss about the change of state. As you know that that in our nature three type of state are found: solid, liquid, and gas. So what happened during the time of change of states? One state when one state of matter change into another state, what happened, and how does the arrangement of particle gets changed during the time of change of states? Because uh, a specific kind of states of matter has a specific arrangement of particles, such as the arrangement of particles of solid is this type, and the arrangement of particles in liquid states is this type, that they have situated far distance from each other comparatively to solid states. And to convert this solid into liquid, we have to provide heat energy to this. And after reaching at a certain temperature, this solid starts to melt. When we give heat to this solid, instantly receiving this heat, this solid doesn't starts to melt. When this solid attain a certain temperature, after attaining a certain temperature, this solid starts to melt. And after attaining a certain temperature, such as this temperature may be 0 degrees Celsius, and after attaining, as we continuously provide heat to this solid, and when this solid attain the temperature of 0 degrees Celsius, after attaining this temperature, it starts to melt. And when this receive this temperature, or attain this temperature by receiving the heat energy provided from below side, after attaining this energy, the system temperature will not increase. This is a system in which solid is present, and some part of liquid is present, that is converted from the solid. The whole system temperature will remain same as 0 degrees Celsius until all the solid is not convert into liquid states. And still we providing heat from the below side, its temperature will not rise until all the solid is not converted into liquid states. So the heat energy that is provided from below side, where does this heat energy go? This heat energy that is provided from below side after attaining the temperature of 0 degrees Celsius by these states, by these solid states, the heat energy that is provided from below side, that heat energy is utilized by these particles to convert into liquid states. And after attaining the heat energy, these particles vibrating faster and faster, and their kinetic energies increase. As their kinetic energy increase, the forces of attraction between the particles also decrease. So forces of attraction decrease, it means they situated far away from each other and they convert into liquid states. So this is that what happened during the change of states of matter. So here I take two example: ice to water and water to water vapor. As understand this step by step. As we starts to provide heat to this ice cube so that it is melt, and when the temperature becomes 0 degrees Celsius of this ice, it starts to melt. So some part of this ice cube get melt, and and this ice is continuously until the phase of melting. When this ice attain the temperature of 0 degrees Celsius, it starts to melt. When we generally listen this line that when ice attain the temperature of 0 degrees Celsius, or ice starts to melt at 0 degrees Celsius, it means that that during the time of changing the ice into the water, during this time the system temperature remains 0 degree Celsius. That some part of water is present in this, and some part of ice is present, such as ice becomes small as it has melted into water. Some part of ice is to be remain to be melt. So the whole system temperature will remain 0 degrees Celsius until this whole ice is not converted into water. And as the whole ice converted into water, then after if we continuously giving heat, then after its temperature will rise. But during this time, during the change of states from ice to water, the temperature remain 0 degrees Celsius, as we say that ice starts to melt at 0 degrees Celsius. I hope you have understood this. And same process happen during the time of change of water to water vapor. Water starts to boil at 100 degree Celsius. As we starts provide heat to this water, and after attaining this 100 degree Celsius, water starts to boil or water starts to form water vapor, such as these are water vapors. So until all the water is not converted into water vapor, the system temperature will remain 100 degree Celsius. Okay, so till now you have understood that what happened during the change of state. So one question is, two important question is here, that after the attaining the temperature of 0 degree Celsius, if we continuously provided heat from below side, this system temperature will not rise. So the heat provided from below side, where does this heat energy go? As I told you that, such as these are particles of ice, after attaining the energy, after that reaching the melting point at 0 degree Celsius, the heat energy provided to ice cube, that heat energy is utilized by particles of ice cube to overcome the attraction of forces. Overcome the attraction of forces means by attaining that energy, the forces of attraction decrease, so that the forces of attraction is decreased, so that particles of ice starts move faster and faster with greater speed. As they starts move faster and faster with a greater speed, because receiving the high temperature, their kinetic energy is increased. What is kinetic energy? The energy of moving condition, we call that energy as kinetic energy. So the forces of attraction decrease, so these particles will be situated at a far distance from each other comparatively to ice. They convert into liquid state. So this happens during the time of change of ice to water, and the heat energy that is provided after the reaching the temperature of melting point, that heat energy is utilized by the particles of ice cube to overcome the attraction of forces, to decrease the attraction of forces, so that they can move with a greater speed. As they move with a greater speed, and so that they will be situated at a far distance from each other comparatively to solid states, and convert into liquid state. So this is that what will happen during the time of change of ice to water and water to water vapor. After attaining the temperature of 100 degrees Celsius, water starts to boil, and if we continuously provided heat to this system where water vapor or water present, so this heat energy is utilized by particles of water to overcome the attraction of forces, so that forces of attraction will decrease. As forces of attraction will decrease, so these particles will be situated at a far distance from each other comparatively to water states, and convert into gaseous states. As in gaseous states, particles are situated very far distance from each other comparatively to solid and gaseous states. So this happens during the time of change of water to water vapor, and where the heat energy is utilized, that is provided to the system after reaching the temperature of 100 degrees Celsius. The heat energy is utilized by the particles of water to overcome the attraction of forces, so that they convert into gaseous states. As the forces of attraction between the gaseous states is less comparatively to liquid states. So what happens to the particles of matter during the change of states? You got this answer now. How does this change of states takes place? You have this also now. Let's read these notes of NCERT language. On increasing the temperature of solids, the kinetic energy of particles increase. All the particles of all the states are continuously moving, but as receiving the temperature, they starts moving faster and faster, and their kinetic energy increase. Due to increase in kinetic energy, the particle starts vibrating with greater speed. The energy supplied by heat overcomes the attraction of forces. Overcomes means the forces of attraction become decrease between the particles, and they so that because of the decreasing the force of attraction, they can convert into another state. The particles leave their fixed position, such as solid states leave their fixed position and starts moving more freely with a greater speed and convert into liquid state. A state is reached when the solid melts and is converted to a liquid states. Next is melting point. What is melting point? You know, the temperature at which a solid melts to become a liquid at atmospheric pressure is called its melting point. And during the experiment of melting, the temperature of the system does not change after the melting point is reached till all the ice melts. Why this temperature is not rise? Because that temperature, that heat that is provided to system utilized by the particles of matter to overcome the forces of attraction, so that they convert into liquid state. So the temperature of the system remains same because heat gets used up in changing the state by overcoming the forces of attraction between the particles. Next is definition: latent heat of fusion. The amount of fusion means ice solid, the conversion of solid state to liquid state, known as fusion. And what is latent heat? The amount of heat energy required to change 1 kg of a solid into liquid at atmospheric pressure at its melting point, known as latent heat. Latent heat, that heat is we cannot see latent heat because the whole system temperature will remain same during the time of change of state. So where does that heat energy go provided to system after reaching the temperature of melting point? That heat energy is utilized by the particles of matter in overcoming the attraction of forces. So that energy we call latent heat, CPP heat. Next is, so particles in water at 0 degrees Celsius have more energy as compared to particles in ice at the same temperature. Means that this is ice, and there is some ice gets melted and convert into water states. So this water is also now at the condition of 0 degrees Celsius, and ice is also 0 degrees Celsius, because all the system temperature will remain same. So what type of particles have greater energy? Particles of ice or particles of water? Particles of water have higher energy than particles of ice, because they have just converted from ice cubes by attaining the energy provided from below side. So they have more energy from than that of ice cubes. And next is as water convert into water vapor and boiling point, the temperature at which a liquid starts boiling at atmospheric pressure is known as boiling point. For water, boiling point is 100 degrees Celsius or 373 Kelvin. What is atmospheric pressure? In our atmosphere, air is found, and the pressure exerted by air known as atmospheric pressure. Latent heat of vaporization, as we read the latent heat of fusion, in the same way latent heat of vaporization definition is heat energy required to change 1 kg of a liquid to gas at atmospheric pressure, known as its melting point. Particles in steam at 100 degrees Celsius have more energy than water at the same temperature. Means that the system temperature will remain same, as you know, till all the water converted into water vapor. So the water vapor temperature is also having 0 degrees Celsius, and this temperature water temperature is also 100 degrees Celsius. So what type of particle have more energy? Particles of water vapor have more energy than that of water, because they have just converted from water after gaining the energy. So they have higher energy from than water. So reason is written here. This is because particles in steam have absorbed extra energy in the form of latent heat of vaporization. So the heat energy, such as these are the particles of water, and the heat energy after reaching the boiling point 100 degrees Celsius, this starts to boil and starts to form water vapor. So after reaching the 100 degrees Celsius of temperature, the heat energy provided to this water, that heat energy is utilized by the particles of water to overcome the attraction of forces, and by overcoming the attraction of forces, these particles arrangement changed, as these particles arrangement are found in gaseous state. So this heat that is utilized by particles to convert into this state, that heat energy is called the latent heat of vaporization. There are some change that occurs directly from solid state to gaseous state and vice versa without changing into liquid state. As you know that solid convert into liquid, liquid convert into gas, but there are some change that happens without the phase of liquid state. Solid convert directly to gaseous state, and gaseous state directly convert into solid state. Such as ammonium chloride, which is solid, on heating this convert into gaseous state, and this ammonium chloride found in that is in gaseous state convert into solid on cooling. A change of state directly from solid to gas without changing into liquid state is called sublimation, and that process we call sublimation. Now the conclusion of the change of state is that by providing the temperature, we can change the states of matter. So apart from that providing the temperature, the change state of matter can be changed. By providing pressure, the state of matter can also be changed. So this is this is gaseous particles uh, enclosed in the cylinder, and this is piston that is used to exert force to these on these gaseous particles. As we apply force using this piston on the gaseous particles, so gaseous particles, you know that gases have highly compressibility. They can be compressed by putting pressure on them, by putting force on them. So as we exert pressure by this piston, these gas is compressed, and by attaining the force, this gas is converted into liquid states. So on applying pressure and reducing temperature, liquefy gas. Gas can be liquefied, means gas convert into liquid state. So by applying pressure, particles of matter can be brought close together, and can be brought close together, it means gaseous particles convert into liquid state. And here is a chart of interconversion of three states of matter: solid, liquid and gas. Fusion, conversion of solid into liquid, known as fusion. Conversion of liquid into solid, known as solidification. Conversion of liquid state into gas, known as vaporization. And conversion of gaseous state into liquid, known as condensation. Conversion of solid into gas, or conversion of gas into solid, known as sublimation. So students, I hope you have understood this. Read your books very carefully and gives your answer given in your worksheet. Thank you.